They should have watched our show.
They should have watched our show.
Maybe you should watch our show. I'm Gene Siskel, film critic of the Chicago Tribune.
And I'm Roger Ebert, film critic of the Chicago Sun-Times.
For the critical difference, it's Siskel and Ebert and the movies.
Ever notice how you always hear shh just before the movie starts? Shh. It's not refreshment without Schweppes.
For years, the world has seen reality distorted, facts manipulated, and truth hidden. But there's even more to the story than anyone has ever suspected, because no one has been able to see the whole picture. Until now.
Mulder?
Cherish the past. Enjoy the present. Because the truth is coming. Throughout the ages, there has been one hero standing watch over us all. One hero protecting mankind wherever he is needed. He moves in shadows, cloaked in mystery. And now, in the summer of 2002, he will be called upon yet again to save the world.
Hi guys.
Sam Owens thought cheerleading was his destiny.
others had their doubts.
You think you got what it takes to fly with the hummingbirds?
I thought you were an athlete.
I am an athlete.
Welcome to National.
Now, to earn their respect, he'll have to win it all.
It's coming from the theater.
Just move it, move that thing. Just move it, just move that thing.
The Great Pacific Railway for California hail. Bring on the locomotive, lay down the iron rail. Across the rolling prairies, by steam we're bound to go. The railroad cars are coming, humming through New Mexico. The railroad cars are coming, humming through New Mexico. The little dogs in Dogtown with waggish little tail, they'll think that something's coming, a-riding on a rail. The rattlesnake will show its fangs, the owl to wit to who. The railroad cars are coming, humming through New Mexico. The railroad cars are coming, humming through New Mexico. Across the rolling prairies, by steam we're bound to go. The railroad cars are coming, humming through New Mexico.
To see something like this, pretty astounding.
Time, why you punish me? Like a wave dashing into the shore, you wash away my dreams. Why you walk away? Like a friend with somewhere to go, you left me crying.
Can you teach me about tomorrow and all the pain and sorrow?
Running free, 'cause tomorrow's just another day, and I don't believe in time. If I die tomorrow, yeah, just lay me down to sleep. Oh,
Bubba. Oh, no, no, no. Missing, walking, you ain't no friend of mine. I don't know where I'm going. I think I'm out of my mind, thinking about time. Time, you left me standing there. Time, the past has up and gone. The future's far away, and it only lasts for 1 second. 1 second. Teach me about tomorrow and all the pain and sorrow. Running free, 'cause tomorrow's just another day. And I don't believe in time. You ain't no friend of mine. I don't know where I'm going. I'm thinking I'm out of that dime. Walking, wasting. You ain't no friend of mine. I don't know where I'm going. Oh, coming on. Courage, coming up here. It's just wasted, wasted, wasted time. Oh. Time, why you punish me?
So wait a sec, Ian. So is this the opening to Country Roads that you know?
Yeah.
All right, here. So let's see if we can. Wait, play that again. That's awesome.
And the snare drum starts to roll like this.
Right. Now, these drumsticks and the snare drum we could use for the show, not live in person, but like when we do like the concert, you know, for the video. So that would be cool.
Yeah.
This piano we can't take in, but we can use a keyboard.
You can use a keyboard. It's just because it has that good saloon tune to it. Actually, put tacks on the hammers to make it sound like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that does sound good. Now you've got you also have. Wait, you know the banjo riff on that, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Here, let me see. Which you've done before. I think you did that for 4.0.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't do that. I couldn't.
I can't either.
No, I couldn't. That's incredible.
Can you do the other banjo riff?
Yeah. Y'all having a good time? Of course they're having a good time.
See, this is a wonderland, the place. No, Tony, this is a wonderland here.
Oh man.
Fun times.
A lot of fun times. Now, what exactly is that instrument? That's a guitar, right? Or is it
slide guitar?
Slide guitar. Okay. Now you know you can play part of your Cheatin' Heart on that, I believe.
The beginning tune.
So I'm So Lonely I Could Die. You can play that. Okay.
Folks, Miss Henrietta Hatpin.
That's awesome. We'll put that together and then we can have the instruments out. But it's going to be a lot of puppet work to make this happen because I want to have them try to do songs that they've never done before, including a lot of Hootie and the Blowfish songs, which I will be. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to say this up front. Ever since I was 3 years old in 1996, my mom would play Cracked Rear View from Hootie and the Blowfish constantly in her Buick. And I have a lot of memories, that entire album, and 90s Wonderland, especially The Man and Dog. It was Hootie and the Blowfish, Cracked Rear View, Tracy Chapman's New Beginning, and Alanis Morissette, Jagged Little Pill. Those three albums, every one of those songs just brings back 90s Wonderland to me. So I thought, let's do, because I could totally see The Man and Dog singing some of these songs ever since I was a little kid in the 90s. Yeah, but it's just going to be a lot of puppet work to get their hands to move to the songs and a lot of close-ups. And also, we would have to get in at night. God bless you. What are you thinking, Alex?
Thumbs up. Cisco and Ebert style.
Now, we still have about 3 months before this comes out, so how this is all going to look and how we're going to do it, I have no idea. Is that Country Roads?
Got no Joe.
Oh, that's good. Oh, wait, play that again. Oh, I can hear it, yeah. That's pretty good, man. Do you have a strap for that guitar?
Yeah.
Because I was thinking, like, maybe we could put it around over Bubba.
Yeah, I could get one.
Because we can position his hands and have his hand. Because I'm thinking, like, for the close-ups, when you have, like, a guitar solo or a banjo solo, because some of the songs I'm going to have banjo, so Hank's going to go nuts on it. We're going to have the show playing for... I'm talking about the new songs. We're going to have the show playing, but also behind, we have to push certain buttons to make sure that it all synchronizes well. That's why I'm saying it's going to... Like, I'm not doing every single song. You know, we can only do like a couple of them. And the songs that are already on the show, we're going to end up doing live versions of. So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much where we are right now. What's today? March what? March 12th? March 12th. All right, so we open in a month. We've got 3 months before the summertime. Should be plenty of time.
With a ball peen hammer and a 2x4, gonna beat the devil out of Cotton Eye Joe. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from?
So,
I got 2 different. So let me explain to you guys what we're doing today. So here's the thing. First of all, got the fun slide up there. What do you think of that? That's pretty nice. Just hooked that in a little while ago. But what I'm thinking of that we could do here when we do the show, we can get some camera shots up there. Get the camera on the tripod, get it right in between those bars, and you can get a nice little balcony shot over here. You know what I'm saying? Because it's eye to eye with the show. So I'm thinking, like, maybe that's a blessing that we got that there. That it happens to be right over there in that spot. Now, I was painting Bubba's eyelids. I got some pink. Some pink fell off the brush and it went right onto his fur. I tried acetone, I tried rubbing it out, I tried everything, and it got a little next to his eye right there, if you can see that. Yeah. So that has to get, I mean, there's no other way around it. We just have to put new fur on it, which means we're going to have to put new fur on his jaw so that it matches, which is good because this fur, as nice as it looks, it's old. I mean, watch this. Okay, you can't see it probably, but there's a lot of dust coming off out of it, so because it's old, it just sits there. So we're gonna put new fur on top of it. And Ian's got new whiskers, I believe, right?
All right, so this is fleece. These are just regular wiring. So I sewed fleece around it. That way, it prevents any further damage or corrosion, because that way the fleece is insulating the wires entirely. So all I have to do is just sew it on them, and that should. Yeah, that shouldn't.
That way we don't have to keep changing them every year or so, right? Yeah, that would help. Because we've had that problem before. Take a look. You can see where the corrosion left its mark. See that? See the rust right around there? That's where it left its mark. So we sew it on, we should be fine.
Yep.
Oh, dude, that looks great. Oh, I can't wait to see how it looks.
Wait a second, you can't see the pink stain through the fur fabric, can you?
No.
You can't?
My I don't see it on my camera either.
Okay, good. That's good. Here's the sponsor.
I know you're going to do that. This video is proudly sponsored by the Philly Pretzel Factory.
Deja vu right now, man. I feel like we just did this like 4 months ago. I think I've alone become a meme. I saw that picture of my head with all on their bodies. I've seen that. Messed up, man. Can you bring that closer to you?
Huh? Oh, no. No, I got it.
Oh, wait a second. Let me see. Yeah, that looks a lot closer.
Yeah.
The way the fur looks. Like, it doesn't look fluffy. It looks like, I don't know, it just looks cleaner, you know?
So as you can tell right now, I'm holding Bubba's head because the air compressor's turned off. So he's getting a little bit of that gap between it. But it looks so good, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, look at this.
That's nice.
Dude, it does.
Let's take a picture of that one, man. Yeah, let's see that. We can use that for the video.
when they're about to start saying, "I'm gonna get along without you now."
You still gotta put the lip in there, right?
Right.
There we go.
If you ever come to the pier and you see me, don't ever talk to me. Don't feel that way. If you just love watching the videos, or if you love the man and dog, or who your favorite character is, I don't care. Seriously, don't do that, okay? Don't talk to me.
I don't specifically have any man and dog memories as a kid, but I do have some Wonderland memories. This was, I believe, back in the early 2000s. So this was around 2003. I remember going on the Speedway. I remember going on the Canyon Falls Log Flume. I remember going on the monorail. I had no idea later until I looked at the pictures that I rode on a mini Telecombat. I also remember going on a train that Downtown Gillian's had that was located on Asbury Avenue during the Christmas season.
I too grew up going to Wonderland Pier every summer since I was born. My first ride I've ever been on was the carousel. I remember when they had the City Jet coaster before they removed it. I remember below the monorail they had the Cat and Mouse mini scooters with the shooting gallery out front where the pizza shop is now, and a Pepsi Bear in front of the log flume, and many more rides that were completely different.
So tell us what you're about to do today.
Well, so I'm cutting out a piece of foam. Cutting out a size that will fit on the jaw right here.
No wonder his mouth wasn't always closed all the way, because he was missing a lip the whole time. That makes sense.
So Ian, that's Bubba's lip?
Yep.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh, dude, I love it.
Is there something? Is there like more of that underneath?
Yeah, probably.
You see that?
The white fur was probably put on first, and then they put on the gray fur.
Because there's a lot more underneath. See?
Yeah, all the white was put on first, and then the gray was put on top of it.
If I just snip a little hole in there, maybe I can put some stuffing in there. Make this one.
Yeah, dude. Whatever you gotta do, as long as it looks like the picture, we should be fine.
Yeah. Is there any stuffing anywhere, actually?
Oh wait, I have some in the back. The good news is Henrietta's behind the light rod, so she still has some light. And don't forget, throughout the 90s, you didn't have these. This was their light. You know?
The back rods.
Exactly.
When do these things come in then?
Somewhere between 2002 and 2004. They were here in 2004 because I got footage. And in 2001, I got pictures of them, and they're not here. So somewhere between 2002 and 2004, in that time zone, these spotlights came up. I'll show you. This is what the lighting used to look like without the spotlights, and we just had the light rods. This is what the lighting looked like in the 90s, okay? This is what it looked like. Let me show you. Now take a look. See how they look? See how dark it is?
Yep.
That was the lighting in the 90s. Now the thing is, we had a light that was just like the spotlights, but it hung right in the middle of the dance floor right there. So that was what gave it light up here. Because remember, we didn't have LEDs up here. We didn't have that. It was all different back then. So that's what's changed.
I'll have to do the top again.
No, the top looks fine.
The
That
top
looks
is fine, but
The hole's got to be a little bigger, right? I mean,
Well-
I can't even. Oh, you're gonna sew it in.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I cut it a little too much right in that spot. So I'm gonna have to do the bottom again after I put the gray fur on the eyebrow right there.
When we do Bubba, we look at that wide picture of him, you know, when he's looking like from 1999. But because we have the footage from 99, he's able to move back and forth, so we're able to see the sides. And one of the things I noticed that we didn't have, because that was the old fur that he had. This is new fur. The fur he has on him now is the fur he's had on him since 2000. But he had these gray triangles on the side of his nose. So I'm gonna go into the shop and get the gray fur that we keep. We're gonna cut some triangles and go sew them on.
Now this is probably a late 80, early 81 model based on the way it's put together and the way the cosmetics are. And here's what you look for. He's got the nice, long, thick fur. He's got very prominent cheek dimples. See how long these are and how this really bulges out?
I was watching these videos on these guys that had these retrofit Pizza Time Theater, Chuck E. Cheese animatronics. Now, I say Pizza Time Theater. I'm talking like The King, Dolly Dimples, Madam Oink.
Krusty the Cat?
Yeah. No, not that old.
Oh.
We're talking like, we're not in 1977. No, probably like early to mid 80s, I want to say. But they have the Rockafire Explosion, the Pizza Time Theater players, with Harmony Howlett, by the way. No Helen Henning, Harmony Howlett. That's how old we're talking. Sorry. And I think like they also have the Warblettes in there as well. But one of the reason I bring this up is I noticed that what they did when they were retrofitting their animatronics, they had the head down and you see all this backspace, you know, kind of like how Bubba has. Now you can't see it from that angle, but when he puts his head down, there's this wide open space in his neck area where you can see the cylinders. Now, because we're in the salt air, that's going to damage a lot of it. That's why we keep that in there to protect it. But what they did that I thought was interesting, because we didn't try this before, instead of the fur going on the back of the head and going over the neck, it's sewed from inside the head and goes down into the back. So we're gonna get some gray fur that we have, sew it inside the head, the back of the head, and have it come down into the body of the torso. Now we have the bandana sewed onto the front side. We didn't sew it onto the back because I knew I was gonna take the back end of the head off. There's a crease right here. This part comes off. This part of the head comes off, which you guys have seen before. But that's why we have the bandana sewn onto here. And the same for the other side.
Doesn't smooth out, it dries real fast. In the 80s, my brother and I went into our own business. Then I started working at a handicap facility, Jersey Cape Diagnostic, and I was a supervisor there. And Roy was the chairman of the board, and he came up to me and he said, if you ever need a job, come up and see me. So I eventually got another job lined up at a book company, you know, printing books and stuff like that. And then when I got that lined up, I came and saw Roy before I started the other place. And you know, he said, well, I hate to take you from the diagnostic. And I said, well, I'm leaving anyhow, so if you want me to work here, I'll work here. And that was back in 1989. During the planning session, Roy was the boss then, and I said, well, we can do any kind of theme, you know, just let me know. And he said, well, let's do fairy tales, because it's Wonderland. I drew them up, showed him, you know, and then he approved them. Yeah, that's that. It's a polyurethane foam, and that's what I use to carve. I carve it and then I fiberglass over top of it. And there was a big snowman I made at one time. So, you know, there's a lot of stuff that I made that isn't here, and there's a lot of stuff I did has been redone. This is some of the fur used to refurbish. This was the lion's fur, I believe. And of course we have the Dalmatian. This here was used for the panda, the white and the black.
Nice. This is all we have. Okay. Yeah. Watch this. See it. Look carefully. Alright, so I'll leave it right over here for you. Alright. Here, can you see me?
Hey!
Hey, so how you been?
Good. Doing okay.
Alright, so here we go. Here's the fun side. You ready?
Oh my god.
It's in the building, and you get a nice...
Is it the same one?
No, it's a different one. The other one was too big.
I actually downloaded some of the stuff on this TV here.
Yeah, that's a nice little TV thing you got there. What is that, for like camping or something?
Yeah, it's like camping, canoeing. Nice. It's made for outdoor use.
You just download videos from the internet, you put it right in there?
Yeah.
Nice.
We're watching a Wonderland video inside Wonderland.
It's uncanny.
Wonderlandception.
It was a train in the sense of 5 or 6 cars all tied together. And it ran just around the inside of the building. It did not go outside at the time. It did 2 loops around the inside of the building, was a full ride. I guess where the exit station is now of the monorail, that's where the 6 cars lined up. And they were all tied together. When the lead train went out, the others, they all went together. The monorail track that went outside, there were a couple of guys that got together. They had some welders and they installed the electric to the track, brought the cars out. That was around 1985 or 86, somewhere around there. That door originally came down to the ground. Now they had the door just come halfway down. So they had to build a steel beam across that doorway to support the monorail track, which now went through the door. So therefore, the door only came down to where that steel beam was, and then the lower half of the door was then installed below that. The lighting on the trains did not come with the train originally. They were designed by a company in New York. It looked spectacular for a number of years. And slowly those lights would break, and they were on the spokes of the wheels, right where the people climbed into the car. They were constantly kicking them, constantly breaking them off. Little by little, the spokes came off, and then it got to a point where they looked terrible half lit. So that's when they stripped the lights off the cars. They actually kept the headlights on the cars a little longer. They finally took them off because as it makes a turn around our neighbors out here on Plaza Place and Wayne Avenue, the headlights would shine right into one of the condos, and they didn't particularly care for that. So at the request of one of the neighbors, they took the headlights off.
Dude, I am loving this TV set, and you put all this Wonderland footage on it. I did.
Let's just have this footage play, you know, while the show goes on, while we're open.
Oh, look, there's the Wonder Bear.
Yeah, there it is. There's the Pepsi Bear. That's it. Oh my goodness. Oh man, this brings me back. This brings back so many memories, dude. That's the Wonderland I remember. That's it.
Looks wild.
That's
too.
the Wonderland I remember. Yep.
Dude, that looks wild.
Look at the skydiver going in the background. Look at that. Look at that rolling. I was here for years. That's the Sizzler.
Imagine if Dan McDermott was here right now with us.
Oh, if McDermott was here.
I remember, you know, from drawing it so many times, I could just draw Wonderland, the front of Wonderland, or anything to do with Wonderland from memory, because I had drawn it so many times and I had it basically engraved in my memory. All the stuff that I had seen since I was a kid up by the monorail and by the Frontier Express, there was a guy that had a sign that said you have to be this tall to ride the Frontier Express. That had been there since I was maybe probably it's been there, you know, my entire childhood.
I'm so happy that you love me. Life is lovely.
CEC TV.
Tell me you will stay and make me
Dated August 1984, what we're looking at here.
Yep.
Great hobby. It's the only thing to wear on.
No, this is not. They're not these animatronics.
No, they're not.
It's not the same ones.
It's not
no,
the same
no.
ones, obviously.
But I know that Helen Henny. Yeah.
I'm not even turned on to this stuff. This is amazing.
That's
That's the name of the game, right, gang? I lost the love before.
Hey everybody, subscribe right now to Chunky Chases. That's how we sounded in 1981.
How's everybody doing? I just found a quarter on the ground, just down by the ramp.
Let's see if it works.
Let's see if it works, right? Hey, where's the quarter slot? That's long gone.
Yeah, that was about 91, somewhere around there. Jay and I worked on that together, putting them up. You know, I designed it and fabricated it, and Jay and I put it up, and when we put it up, Jay said, "How long do you think this is going to last? 20 years?" I said, "Yeah, that's about how long they lasted." It was pretty good. Good call.
One particular day, we went up there to see them, and when we get up there, we look around, and I knew them. You know, I knew what clothes they wore and the hats they wore and everything, and how they were sitting, how they were positioned. I knew the whole thing, and I noticed that the lion on the end, his conductor's hat was missing. And so my dad and I, we started looking around for his hat. You know, we didn't hop over the fence or anything, but we were looking around the boxes that they sit on. Like, where's his hat? Where is it? And we found it, and my dad was going to put it back on, you know, the lion's head. But he's holding the hat, and he happened to have his camera on him, and he said, hey, Andrew, put this hat on, you know, and I'll take a picture, and then we'll put it back up. And I'm like, okay. And he gave me the hat. Now, I actually, as a 5-year-old, I was holding his hat. And I've seen this hat many, many times at this point. And to hold it in my hand, I'm like, wow, this is the hat. You know, this is the hat that, you know, this is really cool holding this. And now to a 5-year-old, this hat, this thing was huge. I mean, it looks small from up there, but holding it, I mean, it was huge. So I put it on my head. He's gonna take the photo. Put it on my head. My head started pinching like crazy, and I immediately took it off, looked inside. There were pins in the hat. Sharp pins. Rusted sharp pins. And, you know, to a 5-year-old, that would cause, you know, oneself to, you know, scream and cry because it would hurt. And it did hurt a little bit because I only had it on for a brief time. But instead, I'm looking at the hat, and I'm looking back at the lion, and I'm looking back at the hat, I'm looking back up, I'm doing like a 12 take here. And I realize, so that's how his hat stays on his head. You know, I wonder if these guys have pins in their in their heads too, you know, and the same thing, you know, for Rocky the Panda Bear and Henrietta and the Man and you know, I always wondered, like, do they have pins to hold up their bandanas and their hats and the band, like, so that was my first behind the scenes look of how they, you know, functioned.
And I remember just coming over and just seeing that, and just my eyes filled with amazement. It was astounding.
I remember being in the 5th grade, in the 5th, 6th grade, and I always sat in the back of the class. I remember drawing in the back, and I can remember drawing them very vividly because I you know, watched it so many times that I knew what they looked like and what the eyes looked like and the colors of the hands and how the hands were positioned and what the writing was on the boxes that they sat on. And I remember telling my mom, I said, Mom, when we go up there, you know, take some pictures of them so I can like study the pictures, so I can draw them, you know, vividly and stuff, so I can get that down. And of course the shipping and receiving sign above it, which I did find out that was created by Wayne Seddon. And I remember speaking to him for the first time, and I said, Wayne, do you have any idea how many times I've drawn that sign? And he said, no, how many? And I said, too many to count.
I started drawing Wonderland all the time. I remember throughout school, my notebooks were filled with pictures of Wonderland, everything.
For the past 30-year history, one, it's more than a miracle that the man and dog are still up there to this day and have been reverted back to their original look from the few changes they had in those past years.
I remember Roy sending myself and a few guys up to a family fun center in some area of New Jersey to meet this man named Al Belmont to pick up these bears, as they were called. So we went up in a truck and we found the Family Fun Center, and the guy said, here you go, they're yours.
Rocky Top, Tennessee. Rocky Top, Tennessee.
So we packed them in the truck and brought them back down to Ocean City, and then Wayne found a spot for them and started to put them together. What year that was, I'm really not sure. It was definitely in the 90s because I was here. But that's where they've been since.
For many years, we thought that they were brought in '93, but I was looking around the internet. I saw some videos and footage, from 1992 that were posted. That were just recently posted a few months ago before I discovered it. You could see, well, the reason why I know this because in the background I can actually see the monorail, but when we brought the man and dog in, that's mostly when the monorail was loading station was moved to the other side, and I could see that, and I can rarely hear them singing songs like Mockingbird Hill and Country Roads in the background.
Nice. Look at this.
That's good. What used to be like where they are right now? What used to be like in that area? Is that where you used to get on and you went through the tunnel?
I think back then it was all tunnel. It was all just the fake tunnel looking material. And I think when we put those in, we had to cut that tunnel area out to make them fit there.
But it went all the way around.
The tunnel went all the way around, yes.
So the window wasn't even there.
The window might have been there, but maybe covered up.
There are many things that I enjoy when working on these guys. Mostly bringing back a 90s look on each character bit by bit just by sewing it on them. And like I said before, I was never expecting this to happen, but I make a lot of cartoon figures to scale just by sewing them. And I realized that the 90s clothing and cosmetics that Andrew wanted to bring back on was not completed.
I'm just fixing up his right side of the eye right here. This has got a hole in it.
Yeah,
I'm just making this match with this side.
I see it, yeah.
Because I'm going to put triangles here. So yeah, that's it.
Cool. He looks like his old self.
Yeah.
1999, everybody. Nice. This is whoever videotaped this and put it on YouTube, thank you. Thank God you exist. Whoever posted this, because I never thought I would ever see this again. McDermott shrieked when he first saw this, okay? Dan shrieked when he saw this. He's like, dude, you gotta see what I have. And it's from 1999, from our childhood years. Okay, it stopped. Now, if you want to ride that, if you want to, the spare parts are right in that box. You can build it yourself.
Yeah, that's not me talking. That's the TV right there.
Hey, by the way, it's April Fool's Day. You know what we're watching tonight? The April. You got it.
Which one?
SpongeBob. Fools in April. You ever see the April Fool's Day one?
Nope.
That's from season 1. That's a good one.
I'll-
Squidward pulls a joke that goes too far.
SpongeBob, I was just kidding. Come on.
You stink.
Your childhood, you were screaming right now.
All covered up back there. No more salt air hitting the corrosion. We're all good. Bubba's back to his old self.
Now, the one last thing we have to take care of is obviously his whiskers.
Yeah, I think the whiskers go up in here, right, Ian? Right around there. It's not here. I always thought it was here. From the pictures, it looks like it's up here. We're gonna screw that in Friday.
You got his whiskers?
Yes, I do.
Awesome.
We're testing them today. We're gonna turn on the air compressor. We're gonna test them. I want to see how it looks because this is our last day to work on them before we open. Because we're opening up in about 3 days from now, something like that. Yeah, 3 days. It's Wednesday night, so Saturday morning we'll be open.
As far as the jacket goes, I'm thinking of just getting him a new jacket. I'm gonna get like a dark navy blue jacket, and then maybe we can sew like the design over the blazer, I think. This is really cool. This is really cool. It's the blue jacket. That's what it is. The pants we obviously have to change, but yeah, that looks phenomenal. All right, Ian. If you want to sew, you can sew it.
All right. Sure.
Yeah.
5:28. All right.
Yeah, we got time. We're gonna open up soon.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to sew. As of right now, I'm just going to set a corner on it. Oh yeah, this is fleece, and this is I guess craft wiring. I cut them out, and I sewed fleece around it. So, as mentioned before, that way we don't have to worry about any further damage because the wiring is going to be insulated by the fabric. Yep.
Now, why do you have the dots? Why are you sewing the dots on first? Because we didn't have dots before.
I see.
Okay. And plus, it'll hide the wire from getting corroded, right?
Right.
Man, that looks great.
Oh, are you sewing them on?
Yep.
Oh, nice to stay on. Awesome. Got some screws, got some washers.
Yep.
So, can't find the screw gun. The guys are using it. So we got to use Phillips head. So,
Better.
yeah. They didn't paint this, did they? No. We've been painting a lot, so I don't know what's painted and what isn't. Okay. We're gonna do 4 of these. Yeah, hold it right there. No, you get it. Here, push it up. Make sure you hold it. It smashes right through the poster because it's made of cardboard. We're in. Woo! Doesn't that look pretty? That looks nice, man. I like it. Looks really good.
Hot dog! I request a ride on the log flume.
Not that kind of request, Hank. Song request.
Like to have on the radio? Right, Bubba. We've done received so many requests
that we decided to oblige with this.
The mask is still too close to the eyes.
Nice guys. Oh, you know it.
Looks like the picture, doesn't it? Hang on, let me back up. It does.
All right. Well, that's the first test run of the year. Many more to come. This is the tape recorder that I have had since I was 9 years old, something like that. This actually was my mom's. My mom would use this for work. She's a therapist. She would use this for work. And she, I asked her if I could borrow it, and this was my favorite toy when I was 10, 11, 12 years old. This and the camera, the movie camera. Now,
just like what Kevin McAllister used in Home Alone 2.
The Talk Boy, yeah, but I didn't have that. I had this. But it's still the same thing. But you can't play it slow on here. But it's a tape player. It plays audio cassettes. So anyway, I've had this. It had a longer plug, actually. This is actually from my printer. I couldn't find the long plug, so I had to use this. But it still works with it. But anyway, when I was 9, 10, 11 years old, I was a huge Beatles fan and still am, and I wanted to write songs and record songs, and this is what I would use to record songs on. And yes, I have some of those songs with me right here on this little tape. I'm not going to play you those. No way will I put that on the internet. But I do have something else on this tape that I think you're going to want to hear. Now, when I was 11, I was making the man and dog out of stuffed animals in my house. I did it in 2004.
and 2005. And when I did it during that time, I said, okay, I need the songs. I got to get the audio for the stuffed animals. How do I do it? Well, I decided to use this. And I brought this tape player, this one right here. I brought this with me with this cassette, put it in, and I'll show you where I recorded it. I'll tell you. Follow me. So I brought it with me because I wanted to get the songs so that whenever my cousins would come over and they would put the quarter in the stuffed animals version that I had at my house, they would hear the songs because this tape player was plugged into an outlet that was hooked up to a switch. So I could press play on this thing and flip the switch on every time they would put a quarter in. And then I would flip the switch off, and then when they were ready to do the next song, turn it back on, and the tape would keep playing. And by the time I got to Mockingbird Hill, I had to rewind the tape back to the beginning, back to Rocky Top. So this is where I did it. Now, this has been cut off, but this was actually an outlet. This was a functioning outlet back in the summer of 2004. It hasn't been a functioning outlet the entire time I've been working here. But in 2004, this outlet was working. So I had a longer cord, plugged it in here, and I put this cassette player right over here behind Tony's box and just sat it there, and we played all 7 songs. Now, the reason why I bring this up is because I was watching the Rock-afire Explosion documentary. Have you guys seen that, by the way?
Not yet.
You haven't seen that yet? Because I know some fans have... Okay, well, I've seen it so many times. And if you're a fan of animatronics, I highly recommend you check that documentary out. You can find it on YouTube.
You did AB in the Films episode about
I did, that's right, yeah. But if you guys want to see the documentary and you love animatronics, check it out.
It's free on the internet.
Yeah, you will love that. But Chris Thrash, who is considered the Rock-afire's biggest fan ever, when the Rock-afire was changed to Chuck E. Cheese in the early 90s, he was so upset, and he said in his interview, he said, all I had left was a few dolls and some audio recordings. It was horrible audio, but it was all I had of the songs. He actually took a tape recorder with him and recorded the songs back in the 1980s. And I'm like, I did the same thing when I was 11 years old. I took the tape recorder and recorded the songs.
It was very coincidental.
Exactly. Well, remember, this is 2004. I mean, YouTube wasn't even around yet. You didn't have YouTube. You didn't have the internet. It wasn't as advanced back then.
YouTube will come around like a year or so later.
Exactly. But again, the internet was not as advanced as it... Like, we're talking not even 20 years ago. You know what I mean? So I had to get the song some way, and this is how I got the song. So we're going to play some of this audio, and I'll just show you how bad it is. But this was the audio that I used for my version of The Man and Dog, only because I found this tape. Let's hear how bad this audio sounds. Bad audio. It's really bad. Hang on, wait. Turn Mockingbird down. Remember, it's the edited version. It's 2004. That's what I labeled it as on the tape. Yeah, so that just shows you how bad the audio is. But I needed the songs, and that's what I did in the summer of 04. So I have that. Here's something else I have that I think you guys might love. So John Kavchok, he was a manager here. He did maintenance, he did personnel, he was a manager here for a long time. He helped install the Man and Dog back in 1992. And he was a I consider this guy a friend. I really do. And I've known him for a little over 10 years. He recently left Wonderland Pier a couple of years ago, and he gave me some of the VHS tapes of the pier that we have. He gave me some CDs, audio tapes, and one of them I have right here. And this is him doing a commercial for Wonderland. It's 60 seconds long. This actually aired on the radio, and this was on March 9th of 2000, and it's 60 seconds. So let's play this and see what is on here.
Oh, I cannot. I don't think I've even heard this.
And I heard this, and I played this with Dan McDermott, and we both listened to this. We had the biggest smiles on our faces. We're going to play this for you now. Let me rewind it. I think that's it. Okay, here we go.
Hey, this is John Kavchok, Personnel Director at Gillian's Wonderland Pier. I'm here with Heath Shatui, Personnel Director at Gillian's Island Water Park. The summer is coming fast, and I have one question for you. Do you want to have a summer that you will remember forever? If so, then on Saturday, March 18th, from 10 to 5, Gillian's is holding a spectacular job fest with opportunities and everything from ride operators and lifeguards to food and game concessionaires. As you already know, Gillian's is the coolest place to visit in the summer, so imagine how fun it could be to work there. If this sounds cool, then here's what you do. On Saturday, March 18th, you and your friends come to the Gillian's Job Fest from 10 to 5 at the Masonic Lodge at 10th and Wesley in Ocean City and choose a job that's right for you. This is your chance to meet your fellow team members and secure your job for what could be your most exciting summer ever. Great pay, great fun is all waiting for you at Gillian's Wonderland Pier and Gillian's Island Water Park. For more information about the Job Fest, call me. See you on March 18th.
You have the music.
I have
that
the
John
CD.
Played
Yeah, I have
in
the
the
CD.
commercial.
The CD.
Oh my goodness! What's the name of this music?
Carousel Music, a collection of old-time favorites.
Wow, that's epic.
1993.
93. There's that year again. Wow, that is something. Now you notice he mentions the water park, Gillian's Island, because they used to own the water park back then. You remember that? Yeah. And by the way, here's something a lot of people don't know. You know why? See, this is going to make a lot more sense. Now you know why that sign says Water Wonderland, 0.2 miles. Because it's, you know, we're on 6th Street, 7th Street, Plymouth Place, 0.2 miles. Now you get the joke.
It's literally the approximate miles from right where we're standing compared to this way.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's I mean, it was called, see, that sign has been up there, I think, since 1988 when the water park first went in, because it was originally called Water Wonderland. I have pictures of it, of the sign, when it used to say Water Wonderland. They didn't change it to, I think Gillian's Island was that small area where the kids part was, because they had like a kids section for like the little kids. That part I think was called Gillian's Island. I don't think the whole water park was called Gillian's Island. Maybe it was, but I know it was called Water Wonderland because we got that in there because they owned both properties at the time.
The Wonder Bear was made just like the rocks on the log flume. That was a deal we had with Pepsi. We wanted to bring some attention to the park, so it was let's build this big concrete bear and have it all in the Pepsi cup. Wire and rebar and blown concrete. It's just concrete that was just out of a big hose blown onto it and then shaped. And in 1997, the Flyers, and we decided to paint the hat black and put a Flyers logo on his hat. They lost, but that was our jinx. We jinxed them that year.
We are up in the morning, ere dawning of day, and the grub wagon's busy and flapjacks in play, while the herd is astir over hillside and swale, with the night riders rounding them into the trail. Come take up your cinches, shake up your reins, come wake up your bronco and break for the plains. Come rouse those red steers from the long chaparral, for the outfit is off for the railroad corral. But the longest of days must reach evening at last, when the hills are all climbed, the creeks are all passed, and the tired herd droops in the yellowing light. Let them loaf if they will, for the railroad's in sight. Goodbye to the steers, the long chaparral, for it's all in the drive to the railroad corral.
And also for Wonderland in general, we still have many classic rides that kids go on today that their parents went on when they were kids. That's what I like about Wonderland Pier. For me, we're like meant to be that kind of retro amusement park. That's what it seems like.
It was especially the case for New Year's Eve 2021. I went up there to check out the Man and Dog. I chatted with the fans, and we were having a really fun time. What was actually really interesting about that night was that there was a moment where the animatronics stopped working. Yeah, it looks. Yeah, he's done. He's done. He's done. He's done. Yes. Come on, guys, wake up! I was looking at the fans and I just said, "Forget it. Let's just dance."
Take me home, country road. Take me home, country road.
Andrew saw the whole thing and he was like, "They're not working?"
First time I ever heard John Denver, okay? It was 1998. Now, at this point, John Denver had passed away from his plane crash, and my dad went out and bought the Greatest Hits album. And I remember he kept calling me. I was 5 years old. He kept calling me to come into the living room, and he put it on that yellow CD player that we used to have, and I heard Country Roads. And I was listening to it, and I'm listening to the lyrics, and I'm like, "Dad, what is this?" And he goes, "Listen to the words." I'm listening to it, and I'm like, "Yeah, I know the song, but it's not the Man and Dog singing it." He goes, no, this is John Denver. He's the one that sang the song, and the Man and Dog sing it too. And I was like, "Oh wow," And then I saw my dad recorded Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory on videotape. He recorded off the TV set because we didn't have it on video. And they had a John Denver commercial in there that I've uploaded to YouTube, believe it or not. It's in I think it's VHS Treasures number 4, the Willy Wonka TNT commercials that I have. And there's a commercial in there that John Denver, for John Denver CDs, because he had just passed away. Because again, this was 1998. And he's singing, and they had a little clip of him singing, "Thank God I'm a country boy." And I was like, "What? He does that song too?"
When the sun's coming up, I got cakes on a griddle. Life ain't nothing but a funny, funny riddle. Thank God I'm a country country boy.
I'll never forget the times when I was anticipated and anxious to go to Wonderland Pier again and again. It was my favorite place in the world as a little kid, and I should never forget that. And I work here now, which makes it even better.
Celebrating 30 years of the Man and Dog really is a testament as to how important they are to Gillian's Wonderland Pier.
But when you guys bought them, did they sing those songs, or did you guys... Because I know you guys must have programmed them to say all that Wonderland stuff.
Yeah, those animatronics are originally from a Chuck E. Cheese. Back in the day when Chuck E. Cheese was huge with their franchises everywhere, that was in a Chuck E. Cheese. Al Belmont bought them from a Chuck E. Cheese that was closing, put them into his family fun center, and when he was done with them, we took them. So I'm pretty sure that we used this guy named Eric to reprogram them and to do the songs differently so they more theme it to Wonderland Pier.
I gave my love a cherry that had no stone. I gave my love a chicken that had no bone. I told my love a story that had no end. I gave my love a baby with no crying. How can there be a cherry that has no stone? How can there be a chicken that has no bone? How can there be a story that has no end? How can there be a baby with no crying? A cherry when it's blooming, it has no stone. A cherry
he got really clever with this. This is all the original stuff, it said on the boxes. He was able to figure it all out from the pictures. He even made a postage stamp right here. That's really cool. GWP 30. Gillian's Wonderland Pier 30. Like, he really got into this. This is really good. I like this.
He should keep that box.
Probably, right? So here's what he gave us. These are for Henrietta. We might put these on. I think we might. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. This is these are for Tony. These are for his eyelids, or his eyebrows, my mistake. They look cleaner. Those ones are kind of dying out a little bit. Now we've got straw for Hank's hat over here. He made this just so it would be easier to sew on for you, Ian. At least that's what he told me. These are for Rocky's eyelids. We're gonna cut these in half, and we're gonna sew them onto his eyes because they're kind of bad on the eyes, on his eyelids. So we have that. This, I'm not sure what this is. I'm pretty sure he explained it. This is for Henrietta. So we can take the ring off and put this on. And this is another ring for Henrietta. She had another ring. She was wearing 2 rings. He was able to pick that up from the footage. And they also have another necklace for Henrietta. This is way too small. This is not going to fit. It's not. But if we had a second one, yeah, absolutely, we could. We could tie them together because the necklace she has is 2 necklaces tied together because the heads are way too big. And also, we got this from another fan. I think this is from Cool Guy Studios. Is that the name of the YouTuber?
I believe that.
Yeah, I think so.
He's another big man dog person.
He wrote a letter too. Now here's the thing: we can't hang this up when we're open because we won't. Trust me, I can tell you right now, they're not going to allow us to hang this when we're open to the public. But we'll definitely hang this up for the film. They made a banner right here. It's got tape on it. It says, oh, it's a happy birthday thing here, but on the other side, it says this. Now that's really something. I like this. I do like this thing.
I do as well.
Now we can't hang it up in the pier when we're open for a couple of reasons. I can tell you right now. Number one, we're not going to get permission for this, but I can tell you the other main reason we're not going to have this up, and it's a big one. Number two, there's no way we can screw this in, because if we did screw it in, it would come off very easily. If it's windy, it's going to whip around, and I'm not going to be up here all the time to keep an eye on it, and neither are Alex, Ian, or Dan. So this is very easily able to come off. But what we will do is, when we do the concert segments, absolutely we're putting this up.
Oh,
totally,
yeah.
Totally. Ian sewed the tongue on, the fabric onto the tongue. Look at the fabric in here. You see that yellow stuff in there? That's glue. This was glued on. What? Glued? Really? We're trying to take the mask off because, you see this? We're going to put an end to this once and for all, everybody. Once and for all. Here's the problem. Alex, you want to give me the camera?
Yeah, here.
Here's the issue. Here's why this keeps happening, okay? I thought I had this under control, but I don't. Okay, see this wooden frame in here? See that? Now look under here. Oh, it's hard to see. Here. Okay, see the eye? See the eye right here? When it goes back and forth? Now when it gets too close to the mask, see how it's very close? When the eye scratches, it scratches on this, on that wood, on the side. That's what's causing that. You notice it's always the white that gets scratched. It's never the pupil or the green or even the brown. It's the white. So that gets scuffed up on the wood in here, and that's what's got to be fixed. Here you go, Alex.
Yep.
So I'm going to try to take the mask off, look inside to get a good view of it, try to smoothen the wood out, maybe leave the gap a little bigger, so that way when the eyes move back and forth, we won't have that issue. But I got to take these screws out,
Here, I'll show you. Let me show you how the mask got taken off. We just had one of our fans help us out. So here's how you do it. The front of the mask, and Pizza Time Theater people know how to do this too, like hardcore fans of animatronics know how to do this. So head up, mouth up, and underneath, you got a couple of screws. Yeah, you see them? See those two screws in there? One's a flat head, the other one's flat. Those two screws pop out, then the mouth is loose. Cut the Velcro or the fabric out, the mouth comes out, and then the face comes out because it's being held up by these screws in here. See? 1, 2. We got some of these loose, and see that's what's holding up the metal. That's why this wood is here, because the screws go through the metal, which is the frame of the head, screws into the wood, and the wood is attached to the mask, and that's what holds the front of the mask up. So we just got to unscrew these screws, and this face comes off. And we're gonna see Rocky, what the inside of him looks like, which I'm sure we've seen that on YouTube before. I've seen people that have animatronics like this. So I'm gonna try one more time to get underneath here with this flathead, because probably not a good idea because it's Friday night and we open tomorrow. So we're probably gonna put the mask back on. But I wanna see if we can do this, because if we can, I'm gonna do this on Monday when I come into work and take his face off and figure it out. This we gotta fix too, see that? That was pointed out by one of the fans. That's bad.
Oh, I see it.
That is bad. That bandana. That's bad. All right, does somebody have a light?
Yeah, can you give him some light?
Oh, yeah. I just need a light. Yeah. All right, I'm in. Now, yeah, when I turn it, oh, it's turning. It's turning. I got it. It's turning. Hang on.
I think these screws need to be replaced after this.
Probably. You're probably right. Yep. Can I do it by hand? Nope, can't do it by hand. The rust is so bad.
6.5 hours later.
That's one screw holding up Rocky's mouth. I'll put that in his box where I know where it is. And here, let me try to get the other one.
A few moments later.
Man, Bubba looks so different in the 4.0 footage compared to now.
I know, right?
Yep.
There we go. All right, it's being held up by 2. Pull that one
commercials are on.
You can see the mask drooping as I take them out, right?
Yeah.
All right, it's being held in by 1 screw, so I'm gonna wait.
Oh, this is going to get interesting.
Well, I hope it works. Here we go.
We're witnessing history unfold, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, even the mouth is kind of it's lopsided because there's only 1 screw in there. Oh, it's already out. Keep
it is?
Keep your light there, dude. It doesn't work anymore. It hasn't been working since summer of 2020. We've been using it as decoration. We're gonna take time. You filming?
Yeah.
Oh, the bandana's hooked on. Oh, is it sewed on? You got scissors? Sorry for the nightmares, kids. Sorry.
Real life Five Nights at Freddy's.
Here, just cut it off right here. And it's off.
Oh my, what?
Halloween mask, anybody? Okay,
You tell Anthony that we got it.
Oh, hey, look, they come down all the way. They don't come down halfway. This is how they normally come down. But we can have them come down to there. See, now you can see where the eyes are, where they go back and forth. See how this wood, it scrapes on the wood. That's the problem. So if we can shave this down maybe like half of an inch, like a centimeter off, here, 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 and here, when the eyes go back and forth, no problem. We should not have a problem. So that's pretty much where we are here. So this I can't believe I'm holding this in my hand. This is so cool. All right, so the banjo's off. This is coming with me. I need to refurbish that. Definitely that's coming home with me. Okay, let me take a look at what needs to be done with this, first of all. Because the back is fine. This... Boy, Wayne really went to town on this when he did this. It was silver! That's right, it was silver! Because I can still see the original silver in here! Can you see it?
Yeah.
Look at that. Look, you can see the original silver. Look, see, here's the paint that he painted, and there's the silver right underneath. It was silver. That's exactly what it was. So I'm going to get some silver paint. Well, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to clean the inside of this, because that is disgusting right in there. You see all that dust in there at the bottom? Look at that. That's got to get cleaned up. He painted it white. He put glitter over it. He painted over the glitter, and then he sprinkled more glitter on it, because look up close. You could see the glitter, but a lot of it still has white. Because I remember this thing was smooth as could be. So what I'm going to have to do here is, see, I don't want to go too hard on it because I don't want to poke a hole in it. I mean, I could get the wire brush and like scrape it off that way, but I don't want to mess this up. Yeah, this is... That's the writing. I knew this had some writing on it. Look. See that writing in there? See that?
Yep.
Okay, that was see-through. You could see that right here. You could. And I knew you could, because in the pictures you can see it. And I remember whenever I drew them, I would do like a little squiggly line right here on the banjo. Look. That was see-through. You could see that through the other side. But then he painted over it, so you can't see it anymore. I wish there was a way we could see that again. Oh, they're going to be shocked when I bring Rocky's head home. Scrub it. Clean it. Let it dry. Squeeze it out a little bit to get rid of, to like rinse it out.
Excess moisture.
Yeah, rinse it out. Because look, you can see the moisture in here. See that? Look, see this? Now look at this. See how nice that looks? Because it's protected. Also, take a look at this. Let's look at his fur. You see his fur right here? Look at the fur underneath the ear. See how clean that looks?
Oh, I can see the outline.
Compared to that, see what I'm talking about? That's what we're trying to fix. So we just discovered something pretty big. I'm pretty sure Butter003 probably would have discovered this, because he discovers everything, but... Okay, we just found out something. We're watching the footage from 1999, and while we're fixing Rocky, we want to make sure that we have him looking exactly the way he did, because look at Bubba. I mean, he's pretty close. Bubba's pretty close, okay? Almost there. But look at Rocky. Look at his shoulder blades. You see how the black goes over the shoulder blades on both ends? It doesn't here. At least not over here, it doesn't. So what does that tell you? This is different fur. This is not the 1999, the 1990s footage fur. It's not. It's 2000 to now. Hey, that's another staple in there.
You gotta be kidding.
Is that what it's scraping against?
You gotta be kidding me.
Whoa, look at that.
Let me see.
It's covered in fur, but yeah, look how corroded it is. Look at that.
Yeah.
I wonder if it was scraping on that. Maybe there was another... See, that's what it is. See, what they did was they took some fur, leftover pieces, and put it around the eye hole, so that way it doesn't scrape on the wood. The problem is you got staples in here holding it up. And eventually the staples are going to get corroded because it's metal. Rocky's head was a success. Got him all fixed up. I rented one of those carpet cleaner things, but I only got the small one, the one that cleans furniture, because I didn't need the big one. And the water, when I was done cleaning it, the water was black, you guys. That's how dirty it was.
My goodness.
Well, you know, it's the first time in 22 years Rocky's head has been cleaned. The only reason I know this is because I got that picture from 2000, and his head looked a lot cleaner in 2000
And only
compared
that,
to
the
99.
footage from 99 really is, you know.
Exactly. I mean, all you gotta do is look at that picture from 98 where I'm pointing up at them. Look at Rocky's head in that picture and look at him 2 years later in 2000. I mean, either it was a brand new head, which I don't think it was. I doubt it. Or they just took it off and cleaned it. And I think that's what they did. They cleaned it because I just cleaned it. Rocky's second ear came off. It's in my car. I gotta go get it. I gotta get the banjo too. Hank's banjo's in my car. Yeah, so Ian's gonna fix this. Like, see this? This is about to fall off. So that's gotta get fixed.
Not
up
only that,
too.
Ian clapped it actually on and dust was flying everywhere.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I tried to clean it. I didn't want to ruin the fur. That was why I didn't really get the ears. I think we'll take a break this week.
All right.
From doing this. And then, like, maybe next week we'll come back together, like, and regroup, so we'll get more stuff done.
The Pepsi Bear was built, and then, you know, within, 5-6 years, the base of it started to rot a little bit because everybody would jump on it and crack the concrete and water would get into it. It would rot it a little bit. So then, to fix that, we secured it by drilling a hole behind the legs and filling the legs from the foot up to maybe the thigh area with concrete, solid concrete. So we filled it up with solid concrete, and it made it more sturdy, and it gave us a couple more years out of it. But then when we decided we were going to put the roller coaster in, the bear was in our way. So our contract with Pepsi was up. We didn't need to keep it anymore, so we decided to take it down. So it was just a matter of chipping at it with the torches, they're chipping at it with hammers to get to the steel, cutting off the steel, so that fell, and then slowly getting it down. But our biggest issue became when we got to the knees, and it was all solid concrete. So then we had to get jackhammers and then heavy equipment in to really penetrate the concrete and chip it up into little pieces so we could finally get out. That took a very long time to do, a couple weeks to do, but finally it was gone.
Yes! Awesome. That is totally going in.
That is going into this movie.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, I'm Steve Kelly. I work for the Gilliams up here on the boardwalk, and what an awesome job it is. I understand you're here to check out our newest addition to the park, Cannon Falls, a log flume adventure. Construction started in the fall of 1991, with a completion date targeted for Memorial Day 1992. One of the most exciting parts in constructing this ride was the decision to design extensive rock formations on the lower parts of the flume. This created the feeling of riding through a canyon, hence the name Canyon Falls. The first 3 months of construction consisted mostly of building the lower troughs, the rock formation, waterfalls, and the foundation for the towers. After a brief encounter with our local code enforcers, things progressed very smoothly. Shortly after the construction got underway, shipments started arriving from O.D. Hopkins. At times, we found it increasingly difficult to find open space to work, but these guys managed. Working around the giant wheel was extremely tricky, and a lot of the construction of the elevated troughs had to be done in the air. Most of this work would normally and more easily been done on the ground. Finally, everything came together as Memorial Day was approaching.
Here we are, Cannon Falls. Our log flume adventure, manufactured by O.D. Hopkins in Kavchok, New Hampshire. Isn't it great?
You could do Let Her Cry by Hootie and the Blowfish. She sits alone by her lamppost, trying to find another to escape the night. You see what I mean? So it's like there's so many songs you could do that are just 3 simple chords.
Is there another Hootie and the Blowfish song you could do?
With a little love and some tenderness, walk upon the water, rise above the mess. With a little peace and some harmony, take the world together, take it by the hand. I got a hand for you. Oh, I wanna run with you. Yesterday, I saw you standing there. Your head was down, your eyes were red, no comb touched your hair. I said, get up, let me see you smile. Walk the road a while, 'cause I got a hand for you. I got a hand for you. I wanna run with you. Let me run with you. Behold my hand. Want you to hold my hand. Hold my hand. I'll take you to a place where you can be. And then you wanna be, because I wanna love you the best that I can. See, I was wasted, it was a waste of time, till I thought about your problems, I thought about your crap, then I stayed up. Then I screamed aloud, don't wanna be part of your problems, don't wanna be part of your crowd. No. I got a hand for you. I got a hand for you. I wanna run with you. Let me run with you before. Want you to hold my hand. I'll take you to the promised land. Maybe we can't change the world, but I wanna love you the best that I can. Yeah, yeah. yeah. Want you to hold my hand. I'll take you to a place where you can be anything you wanna be, 'cause no, I want you to hold my hand. I'll bring you to the promised land. Maybe we can't change the world, but I wanna love you the best that I can. Oh, best that I can.
Something like that. In the meantime, we're going to focus on cosmetics and stuff like that. And I am going to focus on this over here. This is my little project. Working on the monorail ramp. We are changing the color, making it look better. I already swept it.
Welcome back to another episode of The Joy of Painting.
So we're going to make a happy little line right here. No mistakes, just happy little accidents. We're going to wipe off your brush and
just beat the devil out of it.
I'm not very good at putting people to sleep, but I can try. Bob Ross is a genius at doing that.
It's like he's got it. He's always got it.
Most people watch his show just to fall asleep. My dad did that so many times. And it's nothing against Bob Ross, it's just he's very calm and relaxing, you know? It's a nice show to watch if you're tired.
Yeah.
It's like, it's ASMR, you know? I want to get the edges first, so I can just take the roller and roll it right over, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's got to be like that. It has to. That way I don't get it on. I'm just going to work my way down.
Insert a SpongeBob title card here.
1 hour later. Can you move it along? I'm all out of time cards. Just a few more seconds and I'll be painting this ramp.
I think it's
SpongeBob.
Oh, wait, is that from the left hand?
Yeah. And you want to make sure you do it evenly, because if it dries badly, it's going to show. So you want to make sure you do it the proper way. Oh wow, this is looking really good. And you want to put it on thick too. You know, you don't want to, because like I said, strollers are going to be on this, kids' feet are going to be on this, kids are going to scrape their feet on this thing. They're going to do it. You can't predict anything. They're going to do it. Now, tricky part. Painting around Wayne's artwork at the bottom and not going over it. I'm gonna go under here. I hope they like this color.
So what's the status update?
Well, there it is. That's the first coat. It looks like it doesn't look good.
It looks good to me.
Like, you can obviously tell what's wet and what's dry just by looking at that.
Yeah.
You can tell. But it matches this. I like it. I think Mr. Gillian's gonna like it. I think Wayne's gonna like it too. So the important thing is we're getting rid of this oil spill running down the ramp, which is the main reason why I'm going over this, because of that oil spill. We kept something up there that had oil in it, and we had a big oil spill, and we were wheeling it down, and it just left a drip, 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 drip as we were wheeling it out. And I tried oil dry, I tried water. You know, oil dry, that stuff, it's like rocks, you know, you put it over. Any guy in construction or the kind of work that we do, you sprinkle it on and you kind of rough it in with your shoe, and then you get rid of it, and it's supposed to take the stain away. Didn't do a thing. Especially on something that's supposed to be painted. You know, it's still gonna leave a mark. So, like, might as well paint this.
So since about, I think 6, 7 o'clock, this whole thing has been painted. And the time I currently is, yeah, about a good couple of hours.
Here you go, Andrew. Thanks, dude.
Hey Paul, it's Andrew. We're on our way back.
Oh great, you guys have the parts?
Yep, 3 boxes.
How far are you guys?
We are...
Yo, yell at me, slow down.
I know, I put my foot on the brake, but it...
Andrew, are you alright?
I don't know.
Andrew, slow the car down.
I can't. Dan's car is speeding and I'm not doing anything.
Hang on, Five Boys got this.
Can't you fix it?
I don't know how this?
Boy, that sounds really bad coming from a maintenance man.
No time for jokes, Paul. The car's out of control.
Andrew, slow down. You're gonna hit the people.
Oh my God.
Not the bridge. Not the bridge.
Not the bridge! It's okay, it's okay. At least we'll be doing the speed limit now.
You know what? We're switching seats.
You want to switch? Okay, we're switching then. Come on, take the wheel. Take the wheel, Donovan. Quit moving around. Oh. This could work.
Andrew?
Yes?
Part of this bridge is under construction.
Under what? Oh. Donovan!
Who's a fly boy now? Who's a fly boy now? Forget about the NASCAR Speedway ride. This is the real deal.
Donovan, get on 6th Street and Boardwalk now.
What?
Just do it.
60 miles now.
Donovan, open the trunk. This is gonna work. This is gonna work. Donovan, we can't get through. It's a dead end.
No, it isn't.
Yes! Hang on to something now. Seatbelts on.
Andrew, Donovan, are you guys okay?
It worked! Get out now! Now! Quick, grab the boxes!
Epilogue.
Something happened to my license plates? When I went in for my interview, I was just astonished by the fact that I got hired on the spot. Because I could just remember all my questions, and I just remember saying to myself, like, I'm gonna find out all this information. I'm gonna get to work the Frontier Express. I'm gonna get to push those buttons, and
it turned out way better than I thought it would. And from that point on, most of the cosmetic work was placed on them by my sewing technique.
Cheers to 30 years of a man dog, and many more after that.
Yippee-yi-yay! Welcome to Wonderland. Pier, that is. Sure hope everyone's having a great time.
This is gonna be a request show.
Hot dog! I'll request a ride on the log flume.
Not that kind of request, Hank. Song request.
Like they have on the radio?
Right, Bubba. We've done received so many requests
that we decided to oblige with this special show.
You're sure heap of nice guys.
Oh, you got it.
Sure. And our firstest number is to Big Mama from Tadpole.
Here we go.
Wish that I was on old Rocky Top down in the Tennessee hills. Ain't no smoggy smoke on Rocky Top, ain't no telephone bill. Once I had a girl on Rocky Top, half bear, the other half cat. Wild as a mink, but sweet as sody pop, I still dream about that. Rocky Top, you'll always be home sweet home to me. Good old Rocky Top, Tennessee. Rocky Top, Tennessee. I've had years of cramped up city life, trapped like a dog in a pen. All I know is it's a pity life can't be simple again. Rocky Top, you'll always be home sweet home to me. Good old Rocky Top, Tennessee. Rocky Top, Tennessee.
Hey, Rocky, did they name Rocky Top after you?
Shoot, no. When I was born, my mama took one look at my bald head and said, he looks just like Rocky Top.
Must have real fine,
Of course, I'm improved with age.
Like a fine of cheese. Cheese? Did someone say cheese?
Oh,
Hey, geez, are we getting our picture talk?
No, Bubba, we're gonna sing. Folks, these next numbers are dedicated to Giant Wheel Rider, Merry-Go-Round Mary,
and the Hot Dog of Harry.
Folks, Miss Henrietta Hatpin.
Time goes crawling.
now clap your feet, stomp your hands, 1, 2.
Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
Sat down to eat with Cotton Eye Joe, chicken in the bread pan, scrapping out dough. 18 feet of ice and snow, the roof caved in on Cotton Eye Joe.
Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
I'd have been married a long time ago if it hadn't have been for Cotton Eye Joe. With a ball-peen hammer and a 2x4, gonna beat the devil out of Cotton Eye Joe.
Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
I fell down and stubbed my toe, all because of Cotton Eye Joe. Hold my guitar, here I go, I'm gonna dance a Cotton Eye Joe.
Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
Okay.
Have fun here today.
And come back real soon.
Howdy, folks. Y'all having a good time?
Of course they're having a good time.
See, this is a wonderland place.
No, Tony, this is a Wonderland pier.
And a Wonderland placer, too.
That's right. Right on. And folks, here's a song about another place that's a different kind of wonderland.
Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountain, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, growing like a breeze. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads. Gather round her, miner's lady, stranger to blue water. Dark and dusty, painted on the sky, misty taste of moonshine, teardrops in my eyes. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads. I hear a voice in the morning as she calls me. Radio reminds me of my home far away. And driving down the road I get a feeling that I should have been home yesterday. Yesterday. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, just take me home down country road.
Good going there, Rocky.
Gee, thanks, Bubba. But every time I sing that song, I sure do get homesick.
There's no place like a home. Arriva that you roam on.
Hey, did y'all know I went to Rome once?
No. Tell us more.
Yeah, it's true. Back when I was doing a solo act, I met this real nice-looking guy who told me he was going to make me a star.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, and he said he was taking me to Rome. Yeah, I quit my gig, and we headed out.
Yeah?
Now, folks, did y'all know there's a place called Rome in Georgia?
Georgia. Hey, what'd you do, Henrietta?
Well, Rocky, I'll tell you just what I told him.
Got along without you before I met you, gonna get along without you now. Gonna find somebody twice as cute, cause you didn't love me anyhow. You ran around with every girl in town, and you never cared if it got me down. You had me worried, always on my guard, but you laughed at me cause I tried too hard. Gonna get along without you now. Gonna get along without you now. Ha! Take your own garbage out, big boy. You and that mirror. You broke 3 of them just looking in them. Yeah, you think you're so cute. You've got to tie a pork chop around your neck just to get a Doberman to play with you. Huh? Got along without you before I met you. Gonna get along without you now. Gonna find somebody twice as cute, cause you didn't love me anyhow. I lost my money and I lost my pride. Didn't have much money, but I really tried. It made you happy when you made me cry, and you broke my heart, so I said goodbye. Gonna get along without you now. Hit the road. Gonna get along without you now. Take off. Goodbye. Gonna get along without you now. Gonna get along without you now. Gonna get along without you now.
Right on.
Gonna get along without you now.
Yes, sir.
Gonna get along without you now.
Bye-bye.
Gonna get along without you now. Gonna get along without you now.
All right.
Gonna get along without you now. 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 Gonna get along without you now.
Have a great day.
Go ride the log flume. It's the best.
And say howdy to Wonder Bear if you see him.
And don't miss going up on that giant wheel. What a view!
Ciao, we'll be seeing you.
Well, life on the farm is kinda laid back. Ain't nothing much a country boy like me can't hack. It's early to rise, early in the sack. Thank God I'm a country boy. A simple kind of life never did me no harm. Raising me a family, working on a farm. My days are filled with an easy country charm. Thank God I'm a country boy. Well, I got me a fine wife, I got me old fiddle. When the sun's coming up, I got cakes on the griddle. Life ain't nothing but a funny, funny riddle. Thank God I'm a country boy. When the work's all done and the sun's sinking low, I get out my fiddle and I rosin up the bow. But the kids are asleep, so I keep it kinda low. Thank God I'm a country boy. I'd play Sally Gooden all day if I could, but the Lord and my wife wouldn't take it very good. So I fiddle when I can and I work when I should. Thank God I'm a country boy. Well, I got me a fine wife, I got me old fiddle. When the sun's coming up, I got cakes on the griddle. Life ain't nothing but a funny, funny riddle. Thank God I'm a country boy. Well, the fiddle was my daddy's till the day he died, and he took me by the hand and held me close by his side. He said, live a good life and play my fiddle with pride, and thank God you're a country boy. My daddy taught me young how to hunt and how to whittle. He taught me how to work and play a tune on the fiddle. He taught me how to love and how to give just a little. Thank God I'm a country boy. Well, I got me a fine wife, I got me old fiddle. When the sun's coming up, I got cakes on the griddle. Life ain't nothing but a funny, funny riddle. Thank God I'm a country boy.
Hey there, everyone. How you doing? Boys and lady, say howdy to the folks.
Howdy to the folks.
I'm Rocky, and I'd sure like for y'all to meet these musical marvels. Bubba Bunga.
Hey.
Henry Howells.
Just call me Hank, folks.
Our Southern Belle, Henrietta Hatpin.
Why, it surely is lovely to see y'all, Bach.
Antonio Vermicelli.
Buongiorno, spaghetti, fettuccine, Chianti.
What is he talking about there?
y'all have to excuse Tony, folks. Now, truth is, he was born in Nebraska.
Oh, but he thinks he's Italian. No.
It's in the blood, in the mind, in the heart.
But when he sings, he sounds just plain American.
What can I say?
Together, folks, we are Rocky and the Railroad Ramblers.
Al dente.
And here comes Mockingbird Hill.
When the sun in the morning peeps over the hill and kisses the roses round my windowsill, then my heart fills with gladness when I hear the trill of the birds in the treetops on Mockingbird Hill.
Tra-la-la, tweety-dee-dee, it gives me a thrill to wake up in the morning to the mockingbird's trill. Tra-la-la, tweety-dee-dee, there's peace and goodwill. You're welcome as the flowers on Mockingbird Hill.
Hey, listen to those pretty birds. Who's doing that? Is that you, Tony?
Got a three-cornered plow and an acre to till, and a mule that I bought for a $10 bill. There's a tumble-down shack and a rusty old mill, but it's my home sweet home up on Mockingbird Hill. Tra-la-la, tweety-dee-dee, it gives me a thrill to wake up in the morning to the mockingbird's trill. Tra-la-la, tweety-dee-dee, there's peace and goodwill. You're welcome as the flowers on Mockingbird Hill. Tra-la-la, tweety-dee-dee, it gives me a thrill to wake up in the morning to the mockingbird's trill. Tra-la-la, tweety-dee-dee, there's peace and goodwill. You're welcome as the flowers on Mockingbird Hill.
Oh, great bird calls there, Tony.
Sure didn't sound like Italian birds.
Hey, when you finish riding all these great rides here, come on back to see us.
Have a ride on the merry-go-round for me.
Yeah, have a real Wonderland kind of day.
Old Joe Clark, he had a house 16 stories high. Every story in that house was full of chicken pie. Old Joe Clark, he had a dog as blind as he could be. Chased a rainbow round a stone and a raccoon up a tree. Round and round, old Joe Clark, round the other way. Round and round, old Joe Clark, I ain't got long to stay. I went down to old Joe's house, never been there before. He slept on a feather bed and I slept on the floor. If you see that boy of mine, tell him if you can, before he goes to make the
I just wanted to show you this picture of Rocky I made, and I have one other thing to tell you. The reason why I made this animatronic, actually, I was watching your documentary where you were restoring them, and so I figured I wanted to make one kind of like the dog guy, and so I did. And yeah, that's really all I wanted to tell you. Bye.
Here we go.
Rocky Top, Tennessee. Rocky Top, Tennessee.
Come back real soon.